Hi everyone, today I thought we'll look at another popular exam question, which is atom economy. So here's the question we'll be looking at today. You can pause the video and have a go if you'd like. And then we're also going to take a look at the next part of this question, which is this 1 mark question over here. Before we tackle the question, this is the formula you will need. It's great if you can remember this formula. So atom economy is a percentage and it's worked out by the relative formula mass of desired products divided by the sum of relative formula masses of all reactants, and all of this is multiplied by 100. The reason why I've put from equation in brackets is because it's really important to read the equation properly. The big numbers in front of formulas, which are also known as the coefficients, need to be taken into consideration. So we'll have a look at some exam questions and you'll see what I mean by coefficients and how we'll use them in answering this question. So this question asks us to calculate the percentage atom economy for the production of silver iodide in this reaction. So we know from the way the question is worded that silver iodide is our desired product, and we need to identify that in our equation, which I've underlined here below. They've actually been nice and have already given us the relative formula mass of silver iodide. So thinking back to our general formula to work out atom economy, the only thing we need to work out is the sum of relative formula masses of the reactants. The relative formula mass of our reactants have also been given to us, so all we need to do is add them up to get the sum. So our reactant silver nitrite has a relative formula mass of 170, and our other reactant sodium iodide has a relative formula mass of 150. So if we add these two together, we will get the sum of our relative formula masses for the reactants, which works out to be 320. Now we have all the values needed to write out our atom economy formula. Our desired product is silver iodide and it has a relative formula mass of 235. We divide this by 320, which we worked out to be the sum of the relative formula masses of the reactants. And then we multiply all this by 100. I just quickly wanted to mention about coefficients. So earlier on I talked about how coefficients are really important in working out atom economy. And actually in this exam question we see that the equation doesn't have any coefficients. So by coefficient I mean the big numbers that come in front of the formulas. So for example, if the silver iodide had a big 2 in front of it, what we would do is actually multiply 235 by 2, and this then obviously would change the answer. Hopefully we'll see some more exam questions and how coefficients can come into play with atom economy. But going back to this question, if we put this into our calculators, we should get an answer of 73.4375, and they want the answer to 3 significant figures, which would then make it 73.4%. So let's explore how you can get 4 marks for this question. So the first mark that you can get is for working out the sum of relative formula masses of the reactants. So literally for writing down 170 plus 150 equals 320, you get 1 mark. So this is why it's really important to write out your working out. Your second mark comes from the actual atom economy formula with all the correct values subbed in. And then you get a mark for writing out the value you get for putting that formula into your calculator. And then finally you get a mark for writing out the answer to 3 significant figures. So this is a nice and easy 4 marks if you can remember the general formula of working out atom economy for your exam. The next part asks us to give one reason why reactions with a high atom economy are used in industry. This is just a 1 mark question, and when we think about it, it's simple why industry use reactions with high economy. So industry, they want to be sustainable and they want to be able to continue this process or the reaction that they're taking out for future generations and for the resources to still exist. They don't want the resources to run out. Think about the expense as well, the money that's involved for these reactions, especially to take place on a larger scale. So, really, for all the effort and resources that they're using, they just want to have a high percentage of the useful product at the end of it. So, here I'm writing out 3 points, and if you've written along the lines of any one of these, you will get 1 mark for this question. That's the end of this question, guys. I hope this video has been helpful in answering questions related to atom economy. Please leave a like, comment below, and I'll see you for another exam question.